This video tutorial is brought to you by Raffles Hall Arts and Graphics. Today, I'll be talking about getting started in digital design. Digital design is a complex process, so here's just a quick overview. Be sure to look out for our step-by-step guide to creating a simple poster, which will be uploaded in a few days. Before we get started on any kind of design task, we should ask ourselves, what is the aim of our design? Whether it's an IHG poster, a wedding invitations, a banner, or RH signage, we should be clear of our aim, because design is only a means to achieve an end, so we should always keep the end in mind. Not only this, the aim of our design also ties in directly to our next point, which is the theme or feel of our design. It's important to have a consistent theme and feel, which is not what you see right here actually. Right on your screen you see these two green lines. They're sort of faded and blurry, whereas the text here has a very solid feel to it. It's not consistent. This is not a good example. I don't just talk about blurry and solid lines as a theme and feel. It's also about color themes. For example, if you're designing a Chinese New Year invitation card, you may want to follow the traditional gold, orange, red kind of color theme. You may also want to come up with an idea for the design. A creative idea that really is your focal point for the design that the people will look at. Once we have the idea, we can then craft it out using our various design tools such as Illustrator from Adobe or Photoshop. Let's look at some ideas for advertisements on the internet. Here's one for camera zoom and jobs. Websites like this are really good sources of inspiration, so it's a good idea to just Google out and keep an open mind. Google Images is also it can also be a very good source of inspiration. For example, if you're looking for a picture of a key because it's part of your idea, you can just type key into Google Images and you get lots of images that may help you decide on something that you want. DeviantArt is also another good one. Another key element in designs that include text is the fonts. Dafont.com is a really good website that I recommend for collecting this font resource. It provides lots of different free fonts that you can get easily downloaded and installed, and it categorizes them into all these different categories such as Gothic, script, like calligraphy. Yeah, so it's really useful. Now let's look at some things we can do in Illustrator or even Photoshop. I'll be using Illustrator because that's what I'm used to. The first thing I want to talk about is color. It's important to learn how color affects the design, how bright colors can be inappropriate for certain themes, and how contrast is important. The idea of contrast is important when we're putting text on a background. For example, this is an example of a contrast, showing you how different colors contrast with the background. Second thing I want to talk about is detail. By simply adding these lines to this wine red background, I've created some detail in the bottom right that can be pleasant looking and adds a different element to the design overall. With experience, you can come to learn how to create these sorts of detail quite easily. One more thing I want to talk about is the background of the design. Whether it's a simple solid fill like this, wine red, or it could be a gradient, sort of like so, or even a pattern fill like this. It's nice to know your background so that you can know how the other elements of your design can fit onto the background. Other things that you will probably enjoy learning are learning how to deal with text boxes, different types of logo text, borders, header text, body text, and maybe even collages. This is just the end of our simple, quick guide to design in digital media. Please look out for our step-by-step video tutorial to creating a simple, basic poster in Illustrator. It will be uploaded in a few days' time. Thanks for watching.